Shaka, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I just wanted to tell you my experience with a Karen couple today. I went to Baker's 772nd Military here in Omaha, and just went there to get some spaghetti, some meatballs, and I found some flame broiled meatballs that was in the freezer section, so I grabbed those. Got some Prego spaghetti sauce uh, and a couple other things. And cause I found some s'mores ice cream, which I never heard of, and I decided to give it a try. Uh, I go to check out, and the uh, self checkout was like back in the line was so backed up, and I mean so many people want to go through the self checkouts. I noticed the regular checkouts there was only like two or three lanes open, and then the lines were shorter there. So I went to the express lane, and on the express lane at the light there it says 15 items or less. And just keep that in mind. And so I go to that, and uh, and I see a cart probably maybe 2 or 3 feet from blocking um, the entrance in a lane. And I saw another guy, and he noticed that car, but then he goes into the line, and I look around, I didn't see anybody that has that cart, so I said, okay, I'll just go in there too, because that cart was packed. It was full, and it was clearly more than 15 items, probably 40 or 50 at best, in there, like two big stacks of like bulk items on the lower part. In the basket itself, in the shopping cart, it was full. So I get into the line, and this black lady, she, which I'll now refer to her as an official black Karen, uh, this black lady comes up behind me and says, "Excuse me, you need to get your cart out of the way and you need to get back in line." I looked at her, and I see her holding that cart. And I said, "Ma'am, you got more than 15 items there. The sign right up there says more than 15 items or less." And so I don't care, and I'm supposed to be cutting in line. That, "Ma'am, you got 15 more than 15 items," and I pointed to the sign. It says 15 items. And I said, "I don't care. I've been to this line before." I said, "Okay, you've probably been to this line when you had less than 15 items, but not when you got a cart full of stuff." And and then she grabs my cart, the push part of my cart, trying to yank it away from me, and I grabbed my cart, she and I were going back and forth, struggling for a little bit, and eventually yanked it out of her hands, and she said, "You know what? I'm gonna call my boyfriend." I said, "Oh, go ahead," because even the manager, when he does come, he's gonna throw you guys out. So I went into the lane, and I put my stuff on the conveyor belt, and not maybe 30 seconds to a minute later, while I was waiting in the line, because there was a couple of big people ahead of me, this big black guy comes up behind me and tried to push me to the side. Say, excuse me. I looked at him and said, I'm sorry. What are you doing?" He said, "You need to get out of the way." That's sir. The guy, I knew he was with that black lady, and as I said, the sign up there says 15 items or less. He kept trying to push me out of the way, and said, "Well, you need to get out of the way," and I refused to. So that the cashier, and I'm glad, thank God that she backed me up on this. This young lady, the cashier, she was black herself. She saw the whole thing unfold, and she knew that I was in the right, because she even thought that this black Karen's got a cart full of stuff. So she backed me up, and moments later, or like a few seconds later, I heard over in the PA that the manager to the express lane, manager to the express lane, and probably 15, 20 seconds later, the manager shows up, and the lady cashier does that. Hold on, she indicated me to wait for a minute. She said, "I'm sorry, this is happening." Don't worry about it." So the manager looks at that black Karen and her black Keith or Kevin, or what we call the male version of Karens. He looked at him, and he looked at the cart and said, "Ma'am, you got more than 15 items in that cart, clearly." and because you're causing a disruption, trying to fight with the customer, who is trying to calmly explain to you what the sign what uh the sign said, 15 items or less, and because you guys are causing a disruption, you guys got to go. And then the Black Keys, he pushed my cart out of the way. They both walked out, and they left their cart full of stuff right smack dab in the middle of the express checkout line. Now, I know. We all have our experiences with Black Keiths and Black Kevins or Black Karens and or anybody of any race. And I have to say this. I'm sorry. I have to say this. These Karens, Keiths, Kevins, whatever they are, if they feel so entitled, I mean, they're in their 50s or 40, late 40s, 50s years old. I mean, come on. Even I know better. Even I know better. I mean, these type of individuals needed to stop acting like crybabies and thinking that they're so entitled to everything. That's ridiculous. You got to stop. I mean, where did they get the audacity to become stupid? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Where did they get the audacity to get stupid? So, uh, anyway, that's my experience with the Karen, especially from the black race. I've dealt with other races too, but the black race, and this this one's one far beyond. I wish I had my body camera, and I bought a police body camera, and I wish I'd had it with me. But I'm pretty sure the next time I go to the store, and I'll have that on in case something like that happens. So. Thanks for tuning in, and if you think this is a funny story, funny true story, share it, like, and subscribe, hit that notification bell down below, because I'm going to be having some more videos coming up here in a little while. So, thank you all for listening, and stay safe out there, everybody. Don't get stupid. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.